Subscribe now. EU debates.
These are all emergency and temporary measures we are working on, including our discussion on gas price caps. We need to keep working on lower gas prices. So on one hand, we have to ensure the security of supply. On the other hand, we have to ensure global competitiveness. The security of supply, because the gas still has to come to the European Union, the energy of all. On the other hand, if it's too expensive, it's damaging our global competitiveness. So we will develop with the member states a set of measures to take into account the specific nature of our relationship with suppliers, ranging from unreliable suppliers such as Russia to reliable friends such as our Norwegian friends, for example. I have agreed with Prime Minister Støre to set up a task force so that the teams work for this aim together to look how are we able to lower in a reasonable manner the price for gas. Another important topic is on the agenda. Today our gas markets have changed dramatically. From pipeline gas we used to have in abundance, mainly to increasing amounts of LNG gas. But the benchmark used in the gas market, the so-called TTF, has not adapted. So this is why the Commission will work on establishing a more representative benchmark for the electricity trading that really reflects this change in the market we have seen. And at the same time, we also know that energy companies are facing severe problems with liquidity in electricity futures markets. We will work with the market regulators to ease these problems by amending the rules on collaterals and by taking measures to limit the intraday price volatility. And we will amend the temporary state aid framework in October to allow for the provision of state guarantees while preserving a level playing field. This is very complex. This is not at all trivial, but I must say these are only the first steps. But because as we deal with the immediate crisis, we must also look forward. And therefore, my diagnosis is the current electricity market design that is based on the principle of merit order is not fit for purpose anymore. It's not just for consumers anymore. Consumers should reap the benefits of low-cost renewables. That must be the purpose. So we have to decouple the dominant influence of gas on the price of electricity, and this is why we will do a deep and comprehensive reform of the electricity market. Now, honourable members, there is one important point. Half a century ago, in the 1970s, the world faced another fossil fuel crisis. Some of us remember the car-free weekends to save energy. Yet, we kept driving on the same road. We did not get rid of our dependency on oil. And worse, fossil fuels were even massively subsidized. This was wrong, not just for the climate, but also for our public finances and for our independence as we know today. And we're still paying the price for that. Only a few visionaries understood that the real problem was the fossil fuels themselves, not their price. And among them were our Danish friends. When the oil crisis hit, Denmark started to invest heavily into harnessing the power of the wind. They laid the foundation for its global leadership in the sector and created tens of thousands of new jobs. This is the way to go. Not just a quick fix, but a change of paradigm, a leap into the future, and that must be our principle today with this crisis too, honourable members.